Hi everyone, so this is Life Diary #7. So I wanted to talk more about what I just figured out recently, which is that uh, I know what I'm attracted to now. It's the technique of life. When I observe people, and the first thing I come to uh, is what is their technique through life. And I think that's what's compelling to me, and I figured out what techniques I prefer. It seems to be around gentleness, comfortability, dramaticness, I guess gentleness. I'm not sure about that one. Probably gentleness. Yeah. Um, um, and how their access potential range, and also their if they're risky with their techniques as well. So all of those things, and sexual passion as well. I need that too in a person. So because I had a dream, and this dream involved it was sort of random kind of events, sort of almost random events. I mean, there was like a linear story to it, but I can't exactly pinpoint what was going on now from my memory. But there was just there was three scenes I can remember. One scene was me trying not to disturb people in the library with these blue railings that, there's like metal pipe railings you see everywhere in, formal places like in schools and things on the stairs. It was like that glistening blue colour, and then the blue pastel colour like flooring kind of stuff, and then the windows down at the bottom floor, and then all the people doing whatever they're doing I didn't even see. And then you have the other event that happened, which was me going down a gigantic slide that seemed to never end. And then there was another one. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. Then there was another event, and the slide had red, yellow, and green sections, and I was with these people that didn't speak to me in any sort of. If they did speak to me, I don't remember communicating with them a lot. But yeah, just some white guys, and they all looked kind of cool, chavvy type people, but not like fully chav, but like mild chav. But yeah, and then the other event that happened was the one that was which made me really realise it, realised what I'm attracted to, and that was this girl, and I don't really know what her name was. I think I would just call her Sophia, because that was what the name that just fit. It just fit for me. So she was just some blonde woman who had like slightly darkened blonde hair, and then like blonde hair, and she just was wearing this hoodie, which was really. I'm not usually a fan of hoodies per se, but. Yeah, and then it just had like this shot of me and her in the car from a third person point of view, and then all these other cars, because it was like a safari car, but it was like a long one, but it was like split up into sections, and it was probably like a chain underneath that was holding it all together, and there were all these different people that were supposedly my friends in this event-based dream. And yeah, she was just laying there, and we were all sleeping, I guess, and she was just laying there with her boobs out, and I just thought, wow, she just doesn't care, that if they're showing. And I just thought that was just so iconic, and so just so what I would want to be. If I saw someone and I saw them do that, I would just be like, there she is, or he is. I don't know, it's just, yeah, I want someone like who doesn't care about the norms of life, who doesn't, you know what I mean, who wants to, show themselves off in the most unexpected of places, who wants to be giving, considerate, extremely considerate, and extremely have a lot of access potential, but not to be so much that it takes over, it destroys someone's experience. They do it they give as much as they can. They want to give a lot more. They keep trying to give a lot more than they do, if they can. And they can move on to other people, but they want to stay with you still. I don't mind that either. you know, that kind of thing. I just, that is so much more compelling than this boring, old friendship conversation crap. I just, it doesn't do much for me. Usually, I can deal with it sometimes, especially if the person's quite interesting. If they've an interesting technique to them, then I can stick around. But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So when I'm looking for attraction for someone, I'm looking for their technique of life. What I mean by that is how they deal with their problems, how they represent themselves in their world, in their world. All these wonderfully beautiful questions that are just incredible to me. Really are incredible. You can tell that I'm passionate. Just my emotional response to it. Yeah, that's what I'm about. I'm about the technique, and I need to start living that, because I don't know if I present that very well here, but yeah, I want to be more technically intimate. I just need to be comfortable in myself to do it, and that's the fucking problem. I'm not comfortable in myself. I don't want to be a guy. I don't want to be this shit that I am right now. I don't want to have dots on my nose. I don't want to have a crooked tooth. I want to have a straight white teeth. You know, I just want to be so many things. I have to fix my problems, so I'm working on my shit. I'm going to work on my shit. I am. I'm working on the game design for the game I'm working on, Myris, which I can't talk about because I don't want to spoil it if I haven't already spoken about it. But I'm still needing to do my worker journal. I'll get to it. I know it's been like a month since I've done it. A new work journal. It wasn't on my importance, unfortunately, for some reason. I was more about my life is so much more important to me than my damn work. Sometimes. But yeah, I just feel like that's what it is. So yeah, your looks do matter to me. If you have sexually appealing looks, that definitely helps a lot. You know, I don't have to have sexually appealing looks. Actually, I kind of no. I can put a box off. But if I prefer to have a sexually appealing person, whatever that means. I'm not quite sure what that means when I say it. I think it's also like a technique in the way they look as well. Yeah, I think that's what technique of everything that is in a human being is the most compelling to me. So if you want to get to me, then you better have a technique that is what I just said. So those things. If you don't have a technique like that, then you can try, but you know, and you're probably gonna fall, or you're gonna. I think you should try just because it would be interesting to see how you know, if you can handle me, or you know, you can put up with that or something. I don't know, but it'd just be interesting to have some more people actually being interested in me. But they're probably not. They probably think I'm some crazy lunatic who's just shouting shit all the time. So, which I'm not. The universe came from reflection and absorption of colours. Yes, actually black is maybe not a colour in the generic sense, but it's definitely a colour of something. It's definitely a colour because you can't see it otherwise. Yeah, it absorbs all the colours, it absorbs all the oscillations, but is it itself oscillating? That's the question. If it's not oscillating, that doesn't make any sense because all photons are oscillating. So I don't know. I don't understand people's logic when they say that's not a colour. So I think it's just the lowest oscillation, and that gives rise to the absorption of colours around it because it's so minimal that it's allowed to take things in, right? Also, people don't realise that there's smaller colours and there's bigger colours. We can only see the bigger colours, we can't see the smaller colours. We have to get something that is big enough so we can see it. You know what I mean? We need to have photons that are, you know, that are reflecting. We need some form of reflection back. And I think, I don't know if photons have different sizes, but there's something all around here that doesn't make, that's elusive. You can kind of see a fuzziness. I've talked about this probably before in videos, but there is a fuzziness around us that you can see if you look around. It might just be our eyes, our cones, and the way our eyes see things. That could be true. But there's definitely stuff around us right now. There's molecules or something. It's really tiny. There's no way. You can see the lines of it all the lines moving. all the photons moving in one direction, in many directions actually, but they're going in one direction, if that makes sense. Anyways, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to tell you that that's what I figured out about myself. I am about the technique of life in everything, and including in my sex life and open sexual friend life. Yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. So, you know, if anybody wants to comment, to say anything to me, I'm going to respond to the fucking comments. No fucking joke. You should see on my other videos, I've responded to almost every comment. If there hasn't been one I've responded to, I don't know why, but you have to just send me a message and I will respond to it. I don't care if I have millions of subscribers, I'll do it. Fuck it. I'll just have to figure out some way of doing it. Anyways, whatever. I'm just rambling on and saying the same shit again. So, yeah, that's it, pretty much. So, if everyone wanted to know what I'm attracted to, that's what I'm attracted to. So, I'm going to go get my rice now. But, thank you for listening. Bye.